You're filming a police encounter from the sidewalk when an officer marches over and demands you turn the camera off. Do you have to obey? Let's get into it. Before we go any further, a quick but important reminder. I am not a lawyer, and this content is for informational and educational purposes only. Now, let's talk about your rights. In the United States, the First Amendment generally protects your right to film police officers performing their duties in public spaces. This isn't just a good idea, it's a right that has been upheld by multiple federal appeals courts across the country. Whether you're on a public sidewalk, in a park, or even on your own front porch, you generally have the right to document what the government is doing. But there is a catch. Your right to film is not absolute. Courts often refer to time, place, and manner restrictions. This means that while you can film, you cannot interfere with legitimate police business. This is the gray area where most people get into trouble. If an officer tells you to move back and you refuse, they might arrest you for obstruction or interfering with a peace officer. Imagine this scenario. You see a traffic stop and pull out your phone. You're standing 5 feet away from the driver's window. An officer tells you to get back. In this moment, the best thing you can do is comply with the order to move back, but keep the camera rolling. You can say something like, "Officer, I am moving back to a safe distance, but I am exercising my First Amendment right to film this interaction in public." By saying this, you're doing two things. You're showing that you are not being combative, and you're creating a verbal record on your video that you are complying with their orders. If they ask what you're doing, stay calm and say, "I'm recording this for my own safety and for a public record. I am not interfering with your work, and I am standing at a distance you've indicated is safe." If they ask for your ID, in many states you aren't required to provide it unless they have reasonable suspicion that you've committed a crime. However, if they insist, you might ask, "Officer, am I being detained or am I free to go?" If you are free to go, you can choose to leave. If you are being detained, it's often safer to provide your identification while stating that you do not consent to any searches. The goal here is always de-escalation. You want to be the coolest person on the scene. Keep your hands visible at all times. Avoid making sudden movements toward your pockets. If the officer tells you to stop filming because it's against the law, do not get into a heated legal debate on the street. You won't win that argument there. Instead, keep recording if you can, stay silent, and let the camera do the talking. Here's a quick checklist for the next time you decide to pull out your phone. First, stay back. A distance of 10 to 20 feet is usually considered reasonable. Second, don't hide your camera. Keep it out in the open so it doesn't look like you're reaching for a weapon. Third, lock your phone. Use a passcode rather than biometric locks like Face ID or a fingerprint, as police may need a warrant to compel you to provide a passcode, whereas biometrics are legally murkier. If an officer tries to seize your phone, remember that the Supreme Court ruled in Riley versus California that police generally need a warrant to search the contents of a cell phone. You can clearly state, "I do not consent to a search of my phone or my footage." Documenting these interactions is a powerful way to ensure accountability and protect civil liberties. It's about transparency, not confrontation. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay informed about your rights, please take a second to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.